Hello and welcome back to another TEKDEP tutorial. My name is Nicholas and today we are doing a full display LCD replacement for the 2024 MacBook Pro M4 model A3112. Yes, this is going to be a full display replacement for this specific model. I'll show you all the ins and outs of what goes into a display replacement, as well as tips and tricks to get you through this so you can go ahead and fix up your computer like new. Let's get started. First things first, like with any repair, we're going to go ahead and take off the backplate. The backplate has 8 screws, 4 on top and 4 on the bottom. These are the Apple Pentalobe screws. We're going to be using a 1.2 bit, and we're going to start on top. Once you've taken off all the screws, we're going to take our pry tool and we're going to undo the 2 hinges that are located right here. Simply go through the vent side and push up with your pry tool. It should pop out both. Once you've done that, you can then pull up on your back plate, grab one side with your left hand and push forward on the bottom with your thumb, and it should just slide right out. All right, now all we are doing is we are going to go ahead and tackle the top LCD plate, but don't worry, we're going to have a full teardown video of the entire computer as well as all of the repairability factors on everything else, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And then to get started, if you haven't looked at the inside of one of the newer MacBooks, the battery flex cable is going to be underneath the trackpad flex cable, so we will have to take that off first. We'll grab a T3 bit. Go ahead and get under and remove the trackpad flex cable. And then underneath that, you will see the battery flex cable and the battery pancake screw. Get under and remove those. And then the pancake screw is a T5, and flip up the actual connector to the motherboard. Now that you've disconnected it, you are not done. You're going to want to open up the unit and hold down on the power button for about 10 seconds. This is important. This removes all the electricity from the main board so that you are able to work on it without worrying about shorting anything specific. Could be a extremely costly repair if you do damage anything like that, so definitely don't forget that step. It's very important. But once you're done with that, the board is completely discharged, which means it is completely safe to work on. When you're taking off the display, you will have to take off the Bluetooth connection and then also one connection down here to your board. This is the sleep sensor. When you close your laptop, it is what tells it to basically put it into sleep mode. But we're going to go through it in the order of size. So we're going to start with our T5. We're going to take out the T5 screws, and then we're going to move to our T3, take out the T3 screws, and then go all the way down to our Pentalobe 0.5, and it's going to be these 9 here. Start with the right hinge, and then the right screw that is holding down the antenna. We'll move to the middle, these 4 screws that are holding down the antenna. Then on the far left, the other final antenna screw. Then we'll swap to our T3, the sleep sensor. And then the camera and the main LCD cable, as well as the 3 antenna cable. Then just go ahead and grab your pry tool and we'll undo all of the connections. So we'll undo the sleep sensor connection, the antennas, and the LCD connection. Now we're going to grab our smallest Pentalobe screw bit. This one is going to be a 0.8, and we're going to undo the 9 tiny screws on the antenna. I will note these screws are very, very tiny, so do not lose them. These get pulled in by the magnets that are holding the top case together. If these get stuck in between your new LCD and the top case and you close it, it will damage the LCD. So keep track of these. There are 9 of them. Make sure they go back and they don't get stuck in between, or else you will damage your new LCD as well. Once we're done with that, we can take off the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna, the 2 hinge protectors, and then we flip up our LCD cables. They should just pop right off with not a lot of force, so just make sure you're not damaging anything. And then underneath them, there are 2 protective padding that stop the cable from creasing. You'll just go ahead and grab those as well. And the last thing to do is to undo the 6 screws that are holding down the actual hinge to the top case. These are all going to be T8 screws. And in order to take off the display from the top case, you're just going to open it up. Go ahead and make sure that you don't slide or anything like that. It should just gently open up like so, and then you can remove the top case from the LCD. And then we'll take our old LCD that is broken. We will grab our new one, which you can find here at TEKDEP.com. There are a few different options. So we have a used display here, usually because Apple does not outsource their new products, obviously. We do have to either go aftermarket or used, but ours are used here at TEKDEP.com. Now, in the same way that we took it off, we'll just go ahead and place our LCD facing down. We will grab our top case and we will slide it underneath the hinges like so. Make sure that the cables are not creased. And once it is slid underneath both of the hinges, you can go ahead and fold down the hinges with your finger. And then make sure that the cables are free of any tension. And you should just be able to lower it into place. Just press down on the hinges. And then a quick way, not all the time does it sit correctly where it is flush with not only the top case, but the bottom case. Simply just run your finger around the edges and feel if there's any points that are not flush with each other. This one seems pretty good, but if it is not flush with each other, just make sure to move it into place and then go ahead and install your hinge screws. Once it looks like you have it right, you'll just go ahead and take your T8 screwdriver and start screwing in your hinges. Then, just like we took everything off, we're gonna start with the padding underneath so we make sure that our new cables are not creased. They can only go on one way, so just make sure that the wider side is going facing towards the display. And I think now is a good time to mention, if you've gotten through this video and think, hey, maybe I just don't want to go through the hassle of going and replacing it myself, don't worry, we have a full mail-in repair section on our website. It's the same price as if it would be in store, and we'd be able to help you with any of your repair needs, including ones like this. So definitely go onto our website, fill out our form, let us know what device issue you have, and we can go ahead and have our technician send you a full quote and mail ETA. So definitely take a look. Don't worry, these things are tricky, but if you need help, we got you. Once you've done that, you're gonna wanna make sure that the cables are going under this lip that is facing the display and not creasing. That's the important part. But once you have it down, it should simply just slot into place on the other side of the device. Same thing with the other side. Now, in this order, we will be putting back on our hinge protectors. These are going to go over on the right and left side. And then we're going to go ahead and put on our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. Now that everything's in place, we're going to go ahead in the same order that we did. We're going to connect everything, start with the smallest pentalobe screws, then T3, then T5, and we'll put everything back on. We'll put back on our sleep sensor, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antennas. Before we move forward, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. These display cables have pins along the inside. There's a row of them. If it feels like it is not going in, it's probably because it's seated on wrong. Do not force it. It should connect pretty easy. So if you have it directly on top, it should go in without much pressure. If you are forcing it and putting too much pressure, you can damage those. Damaging those is very expensive. They either have to be resoldered onto the board itself, or you have to get whole new cables or a whole new LCD. So when you are reconnecting these, be very careful. Do not force it. It should take a little bit of repositioning and it should go in very easily. Like so. And you saw how I was pushing it against the actual hinge area. That is to make sure that it comes back over straight and it doesn't come at an angle, because when it comes at an angle, that's where you could damage those. Now, like I said, we'll start with our T3 screws. Then the protective cover on our sleep sensor, which is going to be this tiny one. Now we'll move to our T5, which is we're going to start over here on the hinges. Then the outer screws for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna are going to be these longer ones. Then in the middle, there are 4 that are holding them down to the actual LCD connection. And the other outer screw. Now we'll swap to our 0.8 pentalobe bit, which, by the way, now's a good time to mention TEKDEP. We actually have a screwdriver and a 145-bit set. This is something, no matter Apple, PC, household appliances, this will have everything you need in order to repair computers like this one. Even has the Apple pentalobe bits, which are kind of hard to come by. So definitely take a look. If you need a screwdriver, this is definitely a great one to have. Then you have fully reconnected your LCD portion. We're going to go back and reconnect our battery and then trackpad flex cable. We'll start with our battery and then our battery flex cable. A lot of people can get tripped up when they are reinstalling these. So essentially, there is a little lip that needs to go under. You're just going to go ahead and gently make sure that it comes into the connector as far as it can go. You should see the very end of the gold, which might be a little hard to see on camera. To see the very end of the gold, and then you can push down the clip that holds it into place. Same thing with the other side. To the very, very end of the gold, and then press it down. And your trackpad flex cable as well. Make sure the adhesive is set again on the bottom. And grab your T3 bit. Then we'll grab our backplate. You'll see that it has a couple of hinges that you will go ahead and make sure that they line up with the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antenna. Then you will simply press them forward until they slide into place. You'll press down on the 2 clips that we undid, and then we will reinstall all of the screws. Then you will go ahead, flip it over, plug it in, and turn on your computer. Just like that, you have fully replaced the LCD on your 2024 MacBook M4 model A3112. I know it might be a bit tricky. There are a lot of moving parts, but I promise you, watch the video a couple of times and you got this. If you don't, that's completely okay. We have plenty of mail-in repair opportunities for you, so go ahead and take a look there. A few things to reiterate: make sure you keep track of your screws. Do not let any of them get stuck in the magnet and get in between your main LCD and the top case. That will immediately break it. Don't crease any of the cables. Make sure that they are safe. Tape them down if you need to make sure. And then take your time. Keep it all together. Make sure that you're able to find those screws so they go into the correct area so you do repair it correctly. And look back at this video for reference if you would like. So thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of this video, please leave a like if you can, or even subscribe. It's the best way to help us out, and we definitely love making these videos for you, so we would really appreciate that. If there's any other video, including the teardown for this specific model that you want to take a look at, it'll be right here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.